Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Test test.
Let me get that light real quick. Phase
I
up.
don't gotta do. Oh yeah, take your time.
Okay.
Um,
I'm ready when you are.
if it ain't messy, it ain't me, man. Um,
I got oh.
Today is a great day. Hold your horses, man. Today is a great day. I guess I need to turn the camera on. Um, I don't know. Um, yeah, hold that thought. Technical difficulty. There that go. Look at God. Yeah, so we got a nephew in the building, man. We got Dominic Williams, man. This super all-star, young black man, inspiring to do great things in life. No down for shit since he was goddamn a baby, shit. Back in Tennessee, man. Yeah, Fort Campbell, Kentucky, man. Yeah, shout out to Sis, man. Shout outs to Nick. I appreciate you let us borrow your son's energy and reflection, man. We talked about a lot off camera, man. There's a lot going on in the world today. We had a short sidebar when we got to talking earlier on fluidities and genders and lack thereof of a definition. There's a lot going on, man. You pay attention to politics, man. What's going on with y'all today, man? Y'all deal with politics, man. Do you vote? You 21, about to be 22, man. So, are you an active voter?
Yeah, I'm definitely an active voter. I voted last year for the presidential.
Oh, did you? They got the primaries and the second. They just had one last week. Did you?
Nah, I didn't even vote.
God damn,
God
damn,
hey,
son.
Look. I ain't gonna lie. Right? The reason why I didn't vote is because I also just moved. I just came back to Virginia. I was in Kentucky for like 3 years. So I'm coming back. I really don't, really know nobody what they, stances on.
You back in the trap.
Yeah.
Okay, you back.
Hey.
So you was out there in the country, huh?
Yeah, I was in
Okay.
Bricks, so
Okay.
out there for a little bit. So I really didn't. So when I came back, I really didn't know what's what. I really just don't want to vote one side just cause of whatever's going on. So.
So what was the feel out there in Kentucky, man? You left, came to VA, and you went back there to school, man, as a growing, budding young man. What was your experience out there, man? What was the flavor out there in Kentucky, man? I mean, eventually we know you came back home to the trap, but
I mean, personally, to be honest, like as a getting away period, I was far away from my parents and stuff, so just being able to like live on your own and actually do your own thing, like, and actually know, like, all right, cool, like, at the end of the day, like, if I make a decision, it's not life or death, but my
your
mom,
day to day,
yeah, bro, my
like
like
wash your own drawers and shit,
bro,
simple shit,
Yeah, my mom 10 hours away.
Cook your own goddamn food, simple shit.
Yeah, but my grandma probably like an hour away or whatever, but still like I was kind of on my own, so it kind of made me grow to actually like what I like, what I don't like, not really being outside of your comfort zone. So
yeah,
plus like I was still around some people that I went to high school with, cause I was in Bowling Green, that's a college town or whatever. So I went to WKU out there, did like a semester and a half, like doing a whole freshman thing, getting a girlfriend, apartment, and all that. End up breaking up, getting your own place.
You went through the whole college experience, man.
Low key, yeah.
You got your young man, grown man. Oh, and you got hit with COVID. You was trying to get education and got the COVID. Okay.
With COVID is up, like, but actually COVID for me, to be honest, was a good year. I think for most young people, that was a good year. Despite what people was doing, a lot of people was, getting money,
Yeah.
But there's other ways too. But yeah, COVID was a good year. Like there's a lot of deals. Everything was super cheap. especially out there in Kentucky. Like I was probably only paying like $400 in rent
Oh yeah.
for everything.
Oh yeah, because a lot of people couldn't. Yeah, they had
You
to.
know,
You're
the
right.
cost of living is a little bit more
Uh huh.
lower.
Uh huh.
So compared to Virginia and Richmond, it's a little bit more. It's not super high, but you know, it's a little bit more higher. But in Kentucky, man, you can get
Yeah,
an apartment.
I miss the Kentucky days. Yeah, about 4 or 500.
Right,
You know,
right,
you can make,
easy,
yeah, you can make
easy.
your nice little 2 bedroom joint shake. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Have your,
And I was talking
hey,
about Nashville too.
I'm telling you,
I was about
man.
like 45 minutes out of Nashville. You
Yeah.
know,
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I was in like Bowling Green's right up north from
Oh, right.
Nashville.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Facts,
so
facts, facts,
so
facts.
Nashville's own little popping city or whatever. So you go down there, you have your little fun for the weekend
Yeah.
or whatever, and then you can like slide right back to the
Man,
crib.
it's just the same out there, Kentucky, Hopkinsville, all that shit, man.
Hoptown, yeah,
Yeah, man. You know, shout out to Hoptown,
yeah,
man.
for real.
Um,
Hoptown be popping. I haven't went back there, but I know Hoptown be like doing their own little thing or whatever.
I bought some weed from Hoptown. Like well, I don't. Oh, if it ain't messy, it ain't me.
Right.
Yeah, I was in the military. Um,
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
and we was going through a lot. 9/11 happened. We was all fucked up. Um, and the pressure. We was doing all this training and all this shit that we going to war and it's gonna be another nuclear war and all kinds of shit. Couldn't see our family. People couldn't get on post because they was checking every goddamn, respectfully so.
Yeah, I
If
know y'all
somebody would
more
got
in
that,
it.
yeah, they checking every car coming in, every car going out. This joint like it's total lockdown. And we just training and prepping, training and prepping. I was just like shit. They finally let us start sliding out a little bit. You know what I mean? And I had to go get it, man. Me and my partner, one of my best battle buddies, man. We like, bro, I just talked to you. Shout out to G Money. You know, I just talked to him a couple of weeks ago. Talked about 2 hours. Like it's just yesterday. But yeah, he bumped to him in the hallway. I'm like, shit. I'm trying to goddamn. I said, man, I'm tired of this shit, man. I'm trying to smoke. He's like, man, you ain't talking about nothing. I'm like, shit. What you talking about?
So they ain't drug tested this y'all? Y'all just
Hell
got
yeah, I got demoted. I got an Article 15 like a motherfucker,
Oh
man.
damn! So you got out the army after that?
Yeah, well, I had to fight to stay in the army. They had me on my humble. Definitely had me on my boys in the hood. Boys the men bend the knee. They had me out there looking crazy in these streets.
That's
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying? But
How long did that whole process take?
shit, a long time, man. My daughter was born there. Like she saved me probably like 5, 6 days or something out there of my 45 days hard labor.
Oh, you have
Or
hard labor with like
hell yeah, they had you
slavery
doing some
joint.
yeah,
So
yeah.
dad, you in there with the little pickaxe and
Yeah,
stones.
man, cutting the grass with goddamn scissors and shit,
Oh,
and
for real, they was on that. I
yeah.
know the army be hard, but dang, I
But
didn't know.
I ain't gonna tell them. I don't want to tell too much, cause
Oh, they still
uh,
be okay.
yeah. But yeah, I was very clever when I had to do my 45 days, cause these motherfuckers was trifling, But it made me a better man. Um, and I'm
Yeah,
proud. I'm proud of the learning experience that I went through. When I was doing some things, I was held accountable for. Breaking the rules.
right.
No one should be in taking any kind of controlled substance, illegal substance, while they're serving our country.
Yeah,
Um,
you need y'all focus. Y'all can't do
yeah,
no rap.
exactly. But case in point is before I broke down is I got to a point to where I broke the fuck down, and when I broke down, god damn it, did I break?
Like, you break down before you smoke weed or after when you was like got
No, I broke down to the point to where I was ready to risk it all and go get some weed because we thought we was gonna die anyway. So I was like, fuck
yeah.
it.
So a question. So about like 9/11, like all y'all soldiers y'all seen that y'all like damn, like we about to go to World War III. Like motherfuckers about to get drafted.
Um,
Be suited up to in Afghanistan. Afghanistan.
it's
On
intense.
planes.
It definitely was intense. You know, again, on and on is preparing to go to war. You know,
Y'all really prepared. Like
yeah,
damn.
like yeah.
Like,
This
take
ain't no
slow.
commercial. This exactly. This ain't no commercial. We packing up everything, shipping it, loading up on planes. They send this whole process,
Damn,
taking out your rucksack and your gear and stuff. Check, double check. Quick 3 o'clock a.m. call. Everybody just everybody here. Everybody got okay.
you
Just
ever
just
got,
checking.
so they ever send you over there or no?
Yeah.
Did they sent you over there? He said, yeah. We're not even trying to laugh, but like, so
Yeah.
how long was you over there? So you was in Afghanistan?
No, I was in Iraq.
All right.
Yeah.
I about to say that. That's the same thing. But they like right by each other or something?
Close enough and far enough apart, but goddamn same goddamn bullshit.
You went to Afghanistan or you went to
No,
Iraq?
no, I just went to Iraq,
What is
man.
Iraq crazy?
All of it's crazy if you ask me, my 2 cents, but um, I won't get too messy. But
Okay.
all of it's crazy,
If it's not messy, ain't you?
Yeah. We ain't sloppy though.
All
Um,
right.
yeah, but I learned a lot from the experiences over there. I learned a lot of how this world works. So in that vein of conversation, I'll say this: I wish to my heart's content that it be mandatory that after you graduate high school, you have to do a mandatory 2 years in the military.
Mandatory?
Mandatory. Now, that philosophy, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, came from, Russia when they was in a communistic state back in the day, and some China type shit. Like if you wasn't gonna be an athlete and you ain't, such, you had to automatically serve in the military for
Right.
2 years.
I do feel like men should work, just because, that's what we're supposed to be doing. We should work. So it's either you're going to be in the military serving and protecting the country or,
Well,
doing something pretty productive. But I just know, like, the way that this world is, they ain't going for none of that shit. Like, they been.
I say this. I say this because I talk about it often. And the reason why I say it should be mandatory because the training itself teaches you a lot about yourself, and the overall situation teaches you a lot about and makes an awareness of the world that you live in. You know what I mean? You would be a fool not to start to pay attention to politics now that you're like, and it reminds you signature after signature after signature, your life is not yours anymore. Your Social Security is not yours anymore. It's like you dedicated blood in, blood out to the game type shit. So your ultimate call is going to war, preparing to. That's what the training and the sweet benefits and the high ass insurance, death insurance, 250,000, 350,000. Oh, mom, if I die, you get 350,000. Guess what, motherfucker? You gotta die. You know what I'm saying? So you prepare to do that shit, and when you get there and experience those things, well, let me retract. Within your mandatory 2 years, you catch what you catch. If you happen to catch, you gotta go get deployed, and so be it. If not, then so be it. A lot of people, I'm sure, can be like, shit, I went through my 2 years of breathing. Some random people like, man, I had to go and and it is what it is. But the training that it instills within you and makes you more so much these obstacles that you have to do by yourself and these obstacles that you have to do with the team, it lets you know a lot about yourself, and I think that kind of self awareness will help anybody and most people be more successful in their life in general because it just teaches you how to dig in and push yourself. A lot of us aren't in those situations where we're forced to push ourselves. Most people are or what my mother used to say, enabled and pacified, through situations, and they're not learning. You know what I mean? So when you're forced in a situation to learn and survive and everything like that, just through the regular training, because you got to go out in the field. You got to do your field training for a week, sleep out, out in the woods, do little Patriot games, all that shit, simulation and stuff like that. So when you do that, that's the simulation part, but you out there with a compass at night. Like, oh shit, you out there with night vision goggles and shit. You got your team, you got your locations you need to find. This is regular shit. Say you're driving. This was before the military. My stepdad, shout out to you, Pop. He always taught me about center focus and stuff, or center compass and stuff. When we drive, like if you ever get lost, he told me basically how to find my center direction and just have somewhere to home to if I, to start zeroing back into a certain direction, whatever that was. But he learned that, I'm sure, out of survival. He's from my step pop, so they from Central America, Belize and stuff. Now he knew me, what I'm saying, since I was a baby, and well, what I'm saying, 4 or 5 years old. But that's where his side from. So I'm guessing maybe he had to goddamn don't get lost out this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But again, those moments and those types of training, again, I think everybody needs to have those, and it would just be, everybody wouldn't be so lost, I feel.
Right.
But at any rate,
speaking on that also, like I think South Korea got that mandatory 2 years in the
Right.
army.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think they're North Korea. You mean
No, 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 it's South Korea. You know that it's
the
like
Rock Army and shit, right?
nah, nah, look. So that's this little band, like the little K-pop band.
Uh huh.
Like they super famous,
Uh huh.
right? They was doing the world tour and everything, but they had sentenced to they had to serve in the army.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just got a letter
Oh
from
yeah.
the government saying that y'all gotta serve 2 years or 5 or however long
They
in
gotta
the
do a
army.
little time, a little bit.
Yeah, well, it ain't even a bid. It's like something that they got to do because that's the like the government like because they're all men.
Yeah.
You can
Gotcha.
so you had to serve 2 years in the army. So
Yeah.
I seen that it's probably like a few months ago. I can show you when we get done, but yeah, I think they had to get like they serving in the army right now. Cause they
Well.
even though they was like rap stars or whatever the case may be.
Yeah. Yeah, again, I think it's an important tool, man. Especially with people, and then again, that I think with that being said, if it's mandatory and everybody has to do that, graduating out of high school, you get to help teach gun control. Everybody gets to experience shooting, everybody gets to experience training and being in those situations. They swear to God that if they was in it, they'd shoot it out and they do this and do that,
Right.
and
Right.
these simulations, yeah, you gotta throw a live grenade, like you gotta do all this stuff in basic training. You know what I mean?
Like nerve.
Yeah, all that. You get to see all that. You gotta qualify it on your weapons. If you don't, all them nerves and stuff, you better hit that target. Guess what? You fail. You get to reclass until either you quit or they kick you out and say you can't do it. One of the two.
You seen people get kicked out?
Hell yeah.
For not like throwing a
Basic,
grenade?
man. The dude, man. I think it was.
One of your wildest stories. Let me hear it.
I'll tell you one of my messiest best. I feel one of my best that helped me be the messy person that I am today. It was this detail. Detail is a job or duty, additional duty that you have to do outside of your regular job. This is when we in Iraq, and there was a detail which was waste disposal. What waste disposal is you disposing of just that waste. What kind of waste? Human waste or fecal matter and everything else. Now they have the burn pits where they do all that, whatever. So that's another situation. But as far as this topic, which is messy enough, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I will never in my life, I will never hold on. I will never in my life burn shit. I hope my camera. Yeah, it seems to be. I'm trying to say if not, we'll figure it out in 2 seconds.
Oh, what do you know? Is on the side?
Nah, it is, but it's not showing me right in the preview. But
Okay.
any rate, well, the worst case scenario, at least we got audio.
He can hear it.
What was I saying?
You was talking about the mandatory 2 years. Oh no. You was talking about when somebody was I asked if they couldn't pass the test. Like tell me when you're like.
Oh yeah. So my detail, we was talking about my detail. So
Okay,
cool. So I couldn't imagine myself burning like waste, like shit, and it's like drums full of shit.
Oh, you had to burn like poop, like
yeah,
like yo poop or yo.
Everybody's.
Oh, you was on waste duty.
Yeah.
I said no, son. Like I'm thinking waste like trash can.
Nah, yeah, all the above. Yeah, all the above.
Damn, I know that's
That part. See, it's messy. So, but to do this, what you have to do is a special procedure you need to do to efficiently and effectively dispose of all waste matter.
Put gasoline on it.
Diesel fuel. And you have to get you probably about 5 to 10 gallons worth, right?
Well, that's a lot.
It is. But see,
$5 right now.
yeah, but you got to pour it up in there. See what I'm saying? The drum, and you got to stir it up in there. And you got the whip. See what I'm saying? Oh yeah, you got
You doing it like a soup kitchen.
Right. You got to get up in there and whip. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, up there.
Yeah, and then you go ahead and then set her on fire. You know what I'm saying? Then you go ahead and you slow whip. You see what I'm saying?
I know that gasoline. Hey, that's wild. Hey, no, that's really wild because like
Now you get a little 5 minutes when she get to cook up. Now you get to back up off her. Now but when she get low, you got to stir up on it.
it's like
Yeah.
you boiling like noodles or something,
Right,
or
and it's
like you
just
cooking.
burning up.
Yeah.
Right,
So
right. So there's everything in there. Like, again, you got
I,
males and females. So there's everything in there. You burning. You see what I'm saying?
yes,
Right.
but
Oh
so wait,
man.
it so since it put gasoline in it, it burned like the
Diesel,
gasoline.
diesel.
Yeah, diesel in it,
Mm.
right? It burns everything.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You got to burn it down to the ashes, man.
Oh, so even like
So so that's where the really messy, nasty part comes in
really,
when it gets down to the bottom of the barrel.
really, why? Like
Imagine like the sound of bacon cooking, right? But it's
hey, bro.
it's the tail end of a 50-gallon drum full of shit. You see what I'm saying? Now that's when it gets really funky. Because it's basically like you're frying shit at this point. Before you had diesel fumes and shit, it wasn't bad. But when you get down to that bottom,
How long did it take?
oh, you out there for a couple hours.
Ooh, it's all day.
So that was the nice part about it, because once I did because they forced me to do it, I tried to dip and dive, and they like, no, you gotta do this shit. Everybody gotta do it. I dived for like a long time, and I finally did that shit. And
you one of them.
I was hooked.
Yeah, you
I was hooked, nigga.
You was hooked.
You got to be by yourself for about 2-3 hours at a time. Do you know the bullshit they would have you doing outside of your regular job? I got to sit down in one spot and write letters and read letters and shit and be at peace without somebody calling my last name over and over and over and over again. I mean, watching the screen is some shit I don't want to watch that could determine if we're going to live or die. I don't want to watch the screen. I don't want to see the blips.
So what's all the jobs? Can you tell me all the little jobs that the guy y'all doing in the army? Like, cause I know y'all not just playing soldier all day. You know, y'all of course y'all shoot. Y'all do the little.
No, well. Don't get it twisted. Your ultimate call, as far as no matter what your department is, will be to protect and defend. Other than that, that's what you have. One of the specific jobs, like you're saying, a specific job is like the infantry. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We know they super frontline and shooting. Then you got the tankers and shit. We know they super frontline. I did communication signal and shit, so I'm responsible for the radio frequencies and all that shit. Secure frequencies load up and all that shit on a daily basis, so everybody can get their communications from the tower where I worked at with the generals and all that shit, the colonels.
Oh, you one of them. You know, when the generals be on the little stand, they got the people that's doing.
Yeah, I worked in there with them and shit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So God had me, man. Shout out to my fallen soldiers out there, but God put me in a divine place by the, you know what I mean, head. So we was, you know what I mean? Yeah, it was good. But at the same time, it was funky out there, so.
So it's just like communication, like you'll pass on whatever.
Yeah. So radio frequency, they gonna talk to their units, individual units, stuff like that. But
Okay.
you know, there's a process to get the radio frequency. They gotta change up every so often and stuff like that. So
Y'all
encrypted and
just
stuff.
you know.
Yeah, and then
Okay,
then we
makes sense.
ran the internet and shit and gave people internet to set up internal emails, and eventually.
Y'all
Yeah.
monitor all the emails?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, y'all see everything.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ever had people like, you ever seen somebody that was like committed treason?
I hope not me.
You never seen?
Because if
like
I
that?
didn't say anything, that would be me committing.
No. I'm talking
You
about
see what I'm saying?
like I'm talking about like
You see what I'm
in the midst of
saying?
your, like army career, you'd be like, okay, hey, there was that dude that.
No, they had some
was
people that
fucking
did
up.
some fucked up shit. Like there was like, you know what I mean, not to, you know, I mean, it was what it was. I you know what, I won't say it like that because I won't make it like that. That's how you say it. So there was a gentleman, and he felt adversely about the war and was not supportive of it. And
Can't be doing that.
they basically, I don't want to say the word forced, they allowed him to get through the psyche evals and all the other preliminaries and come, you know, come over to the sandbox, and you know he ended up doing some heinous shit, which ended up killing, you know, quite a few people.
Wait. So I mean, he wasn't for the war, or he was too much into the war, like.
Nah, he wasn't for it at all.
So he was like for
he-
that other side.
I will not confirm nor deny per se, but
Hey, we gonna
but
get talking
I won't confirm nor deny. But he was definitely and I don't. That's why I say I didn't want to lead off like, oh, it was about such and such, such and such. But yeah, he definitely he was into he was I think he was a white guy or something like that. But he was in the Islam or something like that. Yeah, some to that effect. Or forgive me, I must correct me. He might have been a guy, from overseas already and stuff. And I think that was the case. His last name started with an M. I can't remember nothing else right now, but I remember specifically, my people had seen him in the line when we was doing processing and stuff like that to get our shots and do our wheels and all that shit before we left overseas. And they remember Buddy being in line and saying, they had to hush him up because he didn't want to do it, this, that, and the third. And, he ended up doing some wild shit.
Oh damn! Like,
Yeah, we heard a fucking big ass boom.
oh,
Yeah,
what?
yeah, that motherfucker got down, threw some hot shit up in the tent, man. Killed a couple people, man. Yeah. So they believed him then. But
That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
This is at Fort Campbell?
Nah, this was over in the desert.
Oh, is it?
Hmm
That's tragic.
Um, and that was some simple shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that
I
was
bet
really
there's more
simple.
shit that that probably happened just like that.
Yeah, but like I said, we
Mm.
keep certain things with it. But other experiences that I had, um, um, they were decent. Like I said, ended up being, I guess when they say the military gives you uh experiences to travel, I did. I did make it to Iraq, so that was a nice place to see. Aside the
The bomb?
yeah,
Cause I was,
aside the
cause
the
you was in
the
what?
mission at hand. Say again.
Cause I was out. Cause you went with like 2002, 2000. Like, what time did you go to Iraq?
2003, man.
Oh yeah, that was the height of that.
Yeah, we went in. No, we opened the door. That was it.
Oh y'all was kicking down though.
Yeah, we
I
opened the
was looking.
door.
I was actually like, there's a documentary on YouTube. It tells all about the Iraq War, like how they ran into it. It's like a little animated cartoon little thing that they got right.
Yeah.
So I was watching it and like I heard y'all ran down like 8 months. Y'all found out like y'all found that they was hiding in the cave, and they was always in the cave. So y'all ran
Oh,
out
that
the
was
city.
that was in Afghanistan on that side, as far as the caves and
Oh,
shit.
that's in Afghanistan, Iraq.
Uh huh.
Wait, so what y'all doing all right then? Y'all just kick down the door and y'all just.
Man, they got funky, man. Same thing, different things. Like caves, they gotta go and send more foot troops. And the other situation,
Mhm.
definitely some aerial assaults and things of that nature, man. Just some crazy, you know, um, it was interesting to see, like I said, what we see on TV unfold in real life. I'll say that much. And again, just that exposure gives a whole different perspective on certain arguments. I hear people, argue over certain liberties and stuff. I'm not gonna say whether the process is right or wrong, but it is a process. Just as we were talking about earlier, when we were talking about, how we would groom and raise, our children, in a certain way,
Uh-huh.
regardless how free you want to raise your child, there's still certain things, that they have to go through that's going to curtail how free they're going to exhibit themselves in a public forum. Like you're not going to do certain things in front of certain people, and you're better you're better for it if you smart. It's like you have to be the proverbial chameleon in this life. So if you don't know techniques on how when to tweak, shut down, change color, change volume, this, that, and the third, and just be accept me as I am, and this is it. That shit don't work too well for nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it don't work too well for nobody. Like if you don't know, but again, it's a delicate situation because uh, some people take that to the extreme to where they're like, "Oh, I'm not being me. I'm hiding myself," and this that, and the third. They got all that going on in the military. Equal rights. If everybody can be, openness in the military, sports, football. That's the thing.
My thing.
Politics and Kanye saying this, that, and the third, and offending this group and that group. Who can be them? Who can exhibit freedom of speech? Who can exhibit the clothes they want to wear in the public forum and the
What did Kanye
attitude?
even say? I don't even know. Like I don't even know what Kanye said. Like he got something up.
I'll say whatever Kanye said got Kanye basically blacklisted.
That boy went down. That boy went from 1 billion to 500 million. Like they took
Yeah,
half his
yeah.
property. I seen he lost brand deals. People was unsigning from his brand, like his brand in general. I'm like, dang, whatever got,
Now,
whatever he said got people really mad. I thought Kyrie had motherfuckers mad.
well, Kyrie was the lighter blow of Kanye. whatever he said. I'm saying that for a reason because I can't. It was summarized of he pointed direction to, a film that was out there, that had some anti-Semitism, racism things and stuff in there, and all he did was commented like if we would watch Color Purple or Roots or any other thing. He commented on that and the bullshit that was on, and they tried to handle him a certain way. Kanye commented on his subject matter the way he decided to, commented on his platform, and the powers that be decided, that he needed to kiss the ring and take the knee. He's overstepped his bounds or whatever he said, whatever his freedom of speech was, and freedom ain't free, as they say in the military. It comes with a price.
Kyrie and Kanye should team up. They should do a brand deal. Y'all both blacklisted. Y'all both in the heat. Y'all should team up. Sign a brand deal or whatever.
I don't,
join forces. I think y'all should,
I don't know if that would work. It sounds good. It sounds inspirational, motivational. But look at Colin Kaepernick and the shit he went through, and
Colin Kaepernick need to join too.
and he made a very bold stance at his time, and it took it took how many years for people to rally behind him? Like, he got so blackballed and shit. Like he was playing DF league, fucking trying to toss the ball with the Pee Wee leagues out this bitch. Like, they did him dirty. Nobody pick him up. Like, nothing.
He was unemployed.
He wasn't training. Like, he was done.
He was unemployed for 6 years. I remember because he was good too. He won a championship. Well, he did the 49ers win the championship with the?
They won the Super Bowl that year.
Okay.
The year before.
Yeah.
No, they lost it because the lights had went out or some shit and came back on. And
who they playing? The Ravens.
Yeah, the Ravens. Yeah, that old fuck shit. The lights went off on the joint. Yeah.
I remember when people was complaining about it, like y'all act like something just happened.
Nah, but that's what this day and age is with society, man. And the younger the generation, the more easy it is to make this happen. But I've been saying this. Everybody has a price,
What you mean by a price? Like,
I'm gonna say it raw like this, and then we'll dress it up.
Cool.
It's the price for your soul, so to speak. There's a carrot, a dangling carrot. That they say it's like how bad you want, like what's your breaking point?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's what they do when they had a Kyrie or a Kanye, because you could be as free as you want and wear big rubber boots and say this, that, and the third. But he went as far as they would allow him to go. And like, okay, now we're gonna see if we can break you. You've got as far as you can go through these doors. And now we're gonna go ahead and break you, or at least see if we can break you. Because if everything is everything, like I told my people, motherfucking 1.5 billion, I'm down to. I don't give a fuck if I was down to 200 million, 100 million. Bitch, I'm up.
Right.
His land already paid for. He got fucking 4,000 and some crazy ass shit he bought 5 years ago. Shot a music video on this shit, Alaska somewhere. Like, I can minimize and shut my shit down with my kids or 100, 200 million. Like, what the fuck we talking about?
You talking about Kanye?
Yeah, in that space, as far as because I said everybody has a price, so it's like we're gonna take this away from you. Motherfucker, take it. Like, I done did it.
Yeah.
Like, my name is in the books. They done spray paint over my. You can do all that. You're not going. You know what I'm saying? It's there. If nothing else, the conversation's still gonna be. You remember what they did to Kanye? Like, my conversation was, my name's still gonna be out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Regardless,
I think Kanye really lost a lot this year, so he might bounce back.
To me, you let me out. Like, I feel like you let celebrities off themselves and kill themselves and go through all that shit. Right. He had his breakdowns due to his mom and all that other shit going on. And everybody be trying to figure out a way out. But again, they got another dangling carrot, and so they keep going and they keep going. They find a new muse and a new drug or a new thing, a new addiction or whatever that shit is, and they keep going when they really want it out. That's what I don't know if you seen Pay the Fool, young boy, but yeah, all right. Money Maker, she said, man, I can sell anything you give me. I can sell anything on the streets. If I lead a game, would a fan still love me? It's that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if you can walk away from this shit, like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? You did your thing. So, and again, I feel like if it were me, it'd be an out for me. I'm like, y'all canceling all these deals. I don't gotta do all these promo. I ain't gotta do all these tours. I ain't gotta do all this shit. Like, I own so much that I can give a fuck. All I gotta do is make sure I do X, Y, Z to make sure my taxes paid for, and I got that for the next 15 years in my account. Regardless, I can really grow my own food and sustain my family, like, on some super shit. Like, You can't touch me.
Mm-hmm.
But some people, there's so many celebrities that have been through that where they say, "Oh, such and such is bankrupt." But if you know what bankruptcy means, like, you know,
Donald Trump
you
was
can still
bankrupt 3 times.
he the king of it. That's why they changed the
Exactly.
laws. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
once I started
You
learning
can
the
say you
credit,
bankrupt but still be rich. You know what I'm
one
saying?
thing that I learned how to utilize this past like year and a half was credit, man, and like learning
Facts.
how like cause
Good.
Donald Trump was bankrupt like 3, 4 times, and
Good.
he still made $1 billion or however much money. Like he's still rich.
Facing
So
impeachment and everything. That motherfucker
exactly,
bad, man.
and he coming for president. I think he about to win. To be honest, I think he gonna win just cause he already got the hype. But we ain't gonna talk about we could say that.
You
But
wait, no, no, no,
say
no,
that.
no, no,
Hey,
no,
he said
no,
nah. I
no,
think he might
no,
gonna win.
no. You was motivated. I saw a little glare in your eye
I
2 seconds, man. What?
I think he
I
gonna
mean,
win.
you ain't gotta say or not say. I mean, are you saying that in support of per se, maybe hypothetically?
Nah, well, like right now, I'm just gonna see how everything play out because like he did say some wild stuff.
So what is it about him that's captivating? Because I got my own feelings and emotion on
I
again
mean,
because this system is what it is. I've seen it on the inside out. But from your perspective, my guy,
I'm not
like
well.
what's the
I'm not. My God,
what would he
put the
do
punch
for
down.
you? What would he do for y'all slash you?
I mean,
Break it down to you. What
to
is
be
he?
honest, bro, Donald Trump or not even Biden, like they're not really doing too much. Like they do, Biden's doing a little bit, I guess, like the agenda he kind of pushing with the student loan debt and all the little stuff. That's cool or whatever, but
So that type of shit,
yeah,
ideally, so at this
that's
age, would
cool,
speak to you.
right? I just feel like personally, like going back to Trump, like he like all the stuff he say, like reckless or not, when he was talking about the congresswoman, when he was talking about, when he had the riots and all that stuff. I think personally that's wild,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's wild. But one thing, like you do know what he doing. You do know, like, hey, even though he, doing some wild stuff, he'd tell you, right? But I
Right.
feel like low key Biden kind of like he not hiding stuff, but he's just not expressive like how Trump was. I think people just maybe it's like, all right, cool, we're used to somebody being so out, and now you're not talking as much.
Oh, so you like Trump messiness? He just loud and messy and deal with things. You
I
you
don't.
think he
I'm not
you
saying
think you don't feel he hides things, but you think if there's something that does come his way, he don't mind being embarrassed per se.
right because look, and I'm not saying that I agree with Trump. I don't agree with barely. Not. The only thing I probably agree with is probably his like the financial economy stuff, right? But all his social issues are terrible.
Right.
Or well, not even terrible, but like it's kind of like he don't really care, but he care. It's like iffy, right? But at least I know where he stands, right?
Right.
For Biden, of course he's pushing more of the equality stuff, race stuff, all that stuff is cool. But I feel like it's not genuine. It's just something that they want. Because it's all about the voters, right?
Right.
So how else to always get the black vote? We gonna appeal to them, and I feel like yeah, they're appealing to us, but not genuine. They just doing something just because it's 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 gonna make their party stronger. Right now, they
Right.
might. Now, some of them might really go for it, but I think like the whole entire thing, right? You know, it just I don't know. Plus, I feel like the Democrats, right, just in general, like there is some good people I want to lead. There's this one dude. I don't know if you know her, Andrew Wayne,
Right.
Juan or whatever. Asian dude. He'll be a good candidate for presidency but like I don't think he has enough buzz or enough
Yeah, he
power.
don't know backing
Yeah,
because it take a lot of money.
we already know who the two presidents, like the two people that we gonna be going for, Trump and Biden, right? So picking between those two, I gotta think because I think more financial than
Right.
anything. Of course, I want to be social, like focus on the social issues, but I feel like now we're at a pretty decent, at least equal, compared to the past, right? I feel like we're more of a more
I'll agree. I'll agree with that because
yeah. I think it's more of a
through
mental thing
through
than
progression, things have got their evolution. Things naturally get better, and certain things,
right, right.
no matter how long they try to withhold it from us, whatever the struggle is, will have to give way. So yeah, there's been some improvements. There's been some doors open for the black and brown people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's been some opportunities with school and debt relief. There's been some opportunities for low income folks
Right.
as far as tax breaks and the EBT situation. But
Food stamps help most white people. A
Well,
lot of white people's on like not saying that black people are definitely on food stamps,
oh
but
no.
it's definitely a lot of white more people, a lot
Well,
more white
well,
people.
well. I concentrate on our space.
Uh,
Definitely, but I like to concentrate on, our space of community of people.
yeah, right.
Um, because different strokes for different folks.
Something, yeah, but
Yeah.
BBC did help though.
Facts.
BBC did help.
You know.
Like, I need somebody to. I need to find somebody with food stamps because I used to have a like a friend that used to have food stamps. He used to sell it 50 cents on the dollar.
Now that's totally off the record because we do not recommend.
Oh no, I did not do that.
He was just totally joking.
I was just joking.
Allegedly, hypothetically
It was a
speaking,
dream.
it was so long ago.
It is
Yeah,
allegedly.
imaginary. But you know, there's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of things going on with politics. There's a lot of things going on with our kids who don't understand politics and the way things affect them. Man, I just seen on online yesterday, Shade Room, they had revealed that Disney has a new animated movie out with the first main character being an openly gay character, and it's a black male, character on there. Um, this I don't. There's certain things to the level of equality I don't understand, and that right. I guess it makes sense at a surface level as far as they want to see as much of this as they see as much as that, but goddamn, you know. I've talked about it before, and I always stand on it because we had a situation last year with my son, where he said a young boy tried to kiss him, and he swatted him out his face. Now at the time he was 5, and I almost wrecked the car. You know what I mean? I just picked him up from school. And I was like, well, what did you do? He was like, oh, no, I backed up. He came in, and I was like, I backed up, and I was like, nah, boys don't kiss boys. I said, my man. Soon thereafter, I pulled over and went and called the school, like, I wasn't going to go back up there because I knew what state of mind I was to go physically, but I had to
Right.
go up there and let them know we was coming first thing tomorrow morning. You know what I'm saying? The kids are already going anyway at this point. Um, I just, short story short, I just made them firmly aware of the principles that me and my family stand on. I said we definitely don't teach or breed disrespect. We definitely don't teach or breed ignorance and none of that stuff. I said we got situations in our family, yada yada yada. I said, but what we won't do is let people force upon what I'm saying, their situation or their
Right.
belief, just like we're not allowed to. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's yeah. You know.
So you can't say, oh, well, he was just curious. He was just, yeah, it was an accident, and no, again, same. I need to talk to the parents. I need to see what's going on because I need you to understand our principles, and our principles say if X, Y, and Z were to happen again, we have some problems. You know what I'm saying? I said because again, nothing happened. He was, got him about the way and shit, and was this, that, and the third. I said, but I definitely don't want my son to be in a situation to where he feel
Uncomfortable.
uncomfortable and
Yep.
decide to say something, and you guys feel like we're being unrational for doing what we're supposed to do as a parent, defending our child.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I was like, so that's where they try to beat us up when we try to actually stand on an opposing way to say, hey, we don't support that in our house. I love and respect. I got gay people in my family, lesbians, or whatever you want to call it,
Right.
trans, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we go as far as we can go when we interact in certain conversations, and that's okay. That's being grown, especially the ones that's grown that I still talk to and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. I feel like that's safe to do that. Like, hey, once if for whatever reason you can call me non-homo for whatever reason, if a conversation that they might be sidebar and I happen to be standing right now just ear hustling, like we're around everybody else, and they, oh yeah, say some old slick, some crazy shit while they whisper to their friend like, shit, I'm gonna catch y'all later, man. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We said something like, oh yeah, shorty finna da 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 da. Like, oh yeah, you over here sitting next to me, man. It's cool. Dude, be like, yeah, Jake finna come over later. And he talk about smashing that joint. Like, oh shit, be like, damn. Like Jake over there, be like, yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all later, bro. Like, yeah.
No. I
You
feel
know what I'm
you
saying? Like, I
because
don't
like
take it like that.
yeah,
Yeah, I gotta go, and that's as far
yeah.
as
I
I
feel you
go.
too. It's just there's certain stuff you're comfortable with. I feel like if you're not
Period.
comfortable in the situation, you should remove yourself, just like anybody should. So
Yeah, I ain't gotta be like, oh, you faggot, oh, this some old school hate shit. I ain't on that type of time, man. I'm just
yeah,
like, man, I
that's
definitely
like
ain't vibing with that kind of
right,
conversation or
right,
energy.
yeah.
Appreciate you. Why is that such a bad thing to do in America? Like Kanye on them. Oh, I believe that the Jews. You know what I mean? If that's his opinion to say that, like, goddamn. He didn't say fuck the Jews. He didn't say I'm a kid. Like he won't that type of time. He would just talk
Right.
about some shit that was, factually hid and buried from the public eye.
I feel like uh, Kanye on the Jews and Kyrie on the Jews. I feel like that's their own opinion, but like it's like comparing struggle to struggle. They both struggle. Yeah, we struggled for a way longer time, had way
Uh-huh.
more social issues and physical issues and mental issues and stuff
Mm-hmm.
along with it. But the Jews also had, they was really being hunted. They was really
Mm-hmm.
being hunted, gathered, and burned.
Mm-hmm.
We was, of course, we was being hunted and gathered to do work. They was actually dying. Like their whole plan for the Jews was to kill them all.
Facts.
Every single one of them.
Facts.
So it was a purge. 4 years or 5 or how long? No, because I think a Holocaust has been going on way before.
Yes, sir.
So about 8 years, it was a purge. So I mean, it's just comparing. It's like comparing trauma on trauma. It's like comparing somebody being abused and somebody being physical. Assaulted.
Facts.
But at the same time, I feel both sides for it. But we both kind of went through the same thing. It was both horrible times and a period of for being crazy.
Yes and no, but I'll agree to disagree. I'll definitely agree to the point that we're a group of humans were definitely going through some inhumane situations, I wish that on no one, no matter what the story is to be told or untold. Um, but for whatever reason, it seems like people, can always talk down or about a black man in a public forum or a subliminal forum, and it'd be okay, it'd be acceptable, it'd just be a look over. But as soon as you speak on a certain group of people, it's a wrap.
Yeah, that's what since like they're like right now because I think how the world works.
And if it wasn't true, then the things that happen, like losing all that money in the blink of an eye, you know what I'm saying? When those people speak and shut down all your money, maybe it was true, right?
All right. There's about 4 groups in America that you really can't talk about. That will really get you canceled if you're
Yeah.
famous. Jews. People that's gay, LGBTQ. Talk about
That's all of them right
all
there.
right
That's
there.
it. That's
You
it.
seen the baby?
Yeah, man, they did him bad.
Homicide hasn't been the same since.
I mean, he's still eating, but
He
they
still
definitely took a blow.
Yeah, it's still a hit. He's still making bread, but like, hey, they was really about to cancel that. Like, but the baby was doing it. Also women. Talking about definitely get you canceled and out of here real quick. They was talking on Kevin Samuels when he was alive and dead.
Oh man,
So,
yeah. Well, I mean, that's definitely a whole another episode, but that's true indeed. The Kevin, women,
they was dragging him, boy.
yeah, women are definitely
Man.
dangerous.
Hey, what did Tupac say? It's like a scorching. I don't know, man. It's an old song. I heard it from a podcast. It's a quote by Tupac, and it's like basically like, bro, women can bring you hell. Is she mad about? Is she really mad at? Like, if you pissed her off?
They say nothing more than a scorned woman, man.
Yep, right there.
Yeah. There's no easy way in, no easy way out. In the context of that argument, I've been married for almost 13 years coming up by the grace of God. It's a day by day process, but one thing that has been constant, whether we was dating or married, is don't piss a woman off.
Don't.
Yeah, they do some shit to you to fuck up your whole soul. For no.
Like, bro, like what thing is like women know how to get you where it hurts, like because but if you mad at a dude, y'all can fight it out. It's gonna be like a physical altercation. A woman, shoes be messed up, car, window be busted.
Oh
And my
yeah.
mom already told me, she was like, you know, girls can really get you out here. You know, where it hurts mentally. She mess up your, you know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Stop playing. I seen
Yeah.
it. I seen it.
Yeah.
I seen it.
Yeah.
I seen
Yeah.
it.
You heard Deja was just up here not too long ago. She said Buddy got shot 17 times by the side, not by the husband or the boyfriend, the side dude. You know,
Yeah, dudes killing other dudes for women too.
ain't nobody killing shit for no woman. They killing motherfuckers for pussy. Yeah,
Man.
the woman, you take the woman out the equation.
Yeah, look. Like, you see what happened to Trouble, bro? You know, hey.
No,
Oh, he did.
no.
He died. He was at one of his little. He was at one of his little shorty's cribs.
Oh
Decide
man.
the main dude that she had broke up with 2 weeks prior because he was crazy. You know, he came in there. He seen a girl later with another dude.
Yeah.
Ended up shooting Trouble twice, and he died.
God damn.
Yeah. And
That's a cold goddamn
died,
world.
you know, yeah. What you know.
Nah, but rest in peace to Trouble, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a sad day and a sad occasion.
About like a couple months ago, I think.
I think I did see that. Yeah.
A lot of rappers dying, bro.
Oh shit. Um.
A lot of rappers dying this year too.
Yeah, a lot of people are, but
Unfortunate acts too. It's random. Well, they all.
it's a trap. This shit is a trap, man.
It's kind of crazy. Like, you know, black celebrities, like they all not black rappers, I guess, but more like black celebrities. They always end up in like gun violence.
Uh
You
huh.
know, something's with the gun compared to white celebrities. They over there, you know, it's like either a heart attack or something, or like you know some kind of overdose.
When it's your time, it's your motherfucking time.
Man,
But this rap game is
crazy.
it's beyond me. Like the level of it's just a new thing. Like I said, the producers and shit, man, they getting these dudes life insurance policies and shit now.
All right.
You know, they expecting this. This is part of the motherfucking this is part of the uniform, the requirements to be a rapper. They're like, man, we gonna give you this car, this Bentley, and all this shit.
The chain.
Yeah, but I'm gonna need you to sign this 300,000 or 500,000, $1 million life insurance, and we gonna bless you now.
Yeah. Half of that gonna be the cash advance.
Yeah, and you wear that out. You go ahead and wear that and go out there. They know you're gonna get killed sooner than later, man. They encourage you. They send their people. They want you to spit the hardest of the hardest, nigga. Like, nah, fuck they, man. I don't really live that shit. Nah, fuck that shit, bro. You gifted, man. You got away with words, man. Man, I killed your mama and your papa in the trap. I got $1 million, blah, blah, blah. 2 weeks later, goddamn, a little tricky and shot up in the club, goddamn, because he said he was so big, so grandiose, so somebody wanted that. You know what I mean? That's basically the situation they put people in. They put you in to get glorified so people can hate you and think you're a punk and come try to take your shit and kill you, you know?
But it's crazy. Sometimes the hardest niggas getting killed.
Everybody getting killed now.
Everybody getting killed. Like, you know.
See, Takeoff, rest in peace, Takeoff. You see what, you know what I mean?
Cool dude. Like he's the coolest out the whole group. You know.
I fuck with Takeoff.
You know, the only time I heard, you never heard no beef with Takeoff or nothing. He was always cool. Like from what I, see on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, so, yeah, but he was cool. PNB Rock. He was a R&B singer.
Yeah.
You know, so he really didn't have, like, I don't know what he was doing outside of that because, I was hearing online and stuff, like, he was in beef with whoever, but, he R&B singer, so he ain't really nobody that's really pushing upon beef. The only person that was really, like, gangster that died was, like, King Von.
Right.
I say King Von died. Young Dolph did, but
Who that?
Who else? Who like super big that? Like,
I put some spec on Dolph name,
man. Dolph was gangster.
I was that nigga.
Yeah, no, yeah. So Back on Dolph. Yeah, he was gangster. He was definitely. He was. I still listen. I still listen to him now. Like I listen
Yeah,
to
dog. Yeah,
him and Key Glock.
yeah. Key Glock go hard. Shout out to Key Glock still holding the fam there.
Yeah, you heard his new album? It's hard. He doing good.
Yeah, I
You
fuck
know.
with Key Glock.
Yeah, yeah. The whole
Um,
paper out. Whole paper out.
yeah,
Legend.
PRE man.
Okay.
Um, yeah, there's a lot. Man, these kids, these rappers dying. Man, these kids on these taking these new drugs. Motherfuckers is getting fucked over with lace drugs with the fent in it, and then motherfuckers is getting snatched up and shit because they putting the shit on napkins and shit on people door handles and shit. Like motherfuckers gotta check their gas pumps and shit now. Like back in the day, you know what I'm saying? They did that shit with anthrax too, but back in the day they used to put dirty syringes inside gas pumps and shit, right where you grab the handle and shit. So, fucking motherfuckers get AIDS and shit. Motherfucker, you prick your finger trying to pump your gas and shit with a dirty ass needle on that shit.
That shit weird stuff.
Yeah.
I know somebody, that got he currently locked up now. Right, but he was, charged with serving laced drugs
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, which is crazy. Fentanyl is a powerful drug, especially out there in Kentucky. That's where
Everywhere.
yeah, but that's where they make it. That's where it's at. Yeah, especially on that that western side. Where that's like towards like West Virginia and stuff. That
Nigga,
whole country.
fentanyl expert, man. Hold up, man.
Nah.
Hold up, man. This nigga gave me a geographical reference location right there with a mountain between the second mountain peak where the radio antenna
I
at.
found all my information on YouTube.
Right. You just happen to be up in Kentucky,
That
man.
just happened to be up in Kentucky while it was happening.
Mm-hmm.
The Discovery Channel. I was actually watching it from the mountain.
Okay.
But yeah, bro, like people getting laced with fentanyl and stuff, overdose.
You can't do shit no more, man. You can't smoke no weed, like, man, you can't do shit no more.
Man, if you don't get the like people just be copying weed off anybody. To me, I gotta really know the person.
That's what they say about pussy till you get burnt.
I run around the college right now. That's a fact. Hey, if you everybody,
Oh, she cool.
80% of the caught putting first year of college, man.
They turning and burning out there, man.
Man, what?
Hot.
It's every mate, bro. It don't matter if it's a major private school, Christian school, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I think there's some people that ain't never been out the crib. There's females and dudes that never been out the crib.
Get out there when a bust it wide open.
Man, because now like these dorms, you can have
Co-ed.
24-hour visitation. They can stay for however long. Like you, bro. Like if you,
So they making it so you can fuck.
They basically. The only thing, like, you got a roommate, all right, cool, but I had a private room. I made sure I had my own room.
Right.
Like having my own apartment. Right. I can bring my girl whenever I want to.
Right.
So, man, what? Like you.
That man got he got in Flashback City.
I remember, bro. Like, how this campus was too, bro. Like it's like a little community.
Right.
But WK, you had about cool 10,000 people, so it's like everything's in walking distance. Like everybody. It's just like a bigger high school. Got thousands of people in and out, parties and everything. So you're doing your thing or whatever. And then I went to a medium-sized school, so I can only imagine what people do at these.
Y'all dangerous because y'all play mind games, Kamala over here. My sister. Y'all dangerous because y'all play mind games. Y'all say men manipulative, but nah, women hella manipulative, man. Y'all got the ultimate Chinese goddamn cheap power, man. Y'all know.
And girls don't even have to try. If they really like you, it's already not manipulating, but it make it do fall in love if they do the simple things.
Yeah, well.
Simple if she really if she really likes you and do the simplest thing, just I don't know, touch on you, talk to you, blah blah blah, whatever it may be, but them women have to try. That's just them liking you. You can be like, damn,
you might get all the mixed signals and everything.
You might be like, I want her, she doing everything, but Yeah, like definitely a girl can definitely like they have manipulation skills. I can see why like the well, I can't see why, but kind of understand the reason why like they like to
Cover they shit up.
cover the girls up because
Yeah, you don't want everybody looking at your goodies, man.
yeah, because you can manipulate like you can damn damn
Yeah.
near manipulate a man to do whatever you want to, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like I said, everything has its gift and its curse,
Mhm.
Um, then you get the women who like to be expressive and quote unquote free.
I mean, I don't. If you want to be free, we like free.
Oh, well, I ain't putting all the blame on the women. I definitely didn't say that. I just said I just learned. I got a comment I'm addressing. I just learned that over time that you know because most men, especially if you were raised by your mom, you're definitely blindsided by the game as a whole.
Mhm.
I think you're given a better perspective when you're in a dual parent home as far as
Definitely.
maybe how to balance uh, um, the effect that the woman's side of the game has on us, but as we get the full effect. If you're raised by your mom predominantly and get that influence, so once you meet, you know, once you see what you're working with and leave, it seems like man, uh, uh, uh how do I say what I'm trying to say? Um, I don't know. I don't know. Women say y'all got the power, but I'm gonna be ridiculous with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be messy, man. Pussy is power, so
Oh,
that's why
the
women
girls
will
say
always
that
have.
dudes got the power.
Yeah, and
Like
we're overpowering, overbearing, and we objectify
identify women
women,
just too much.
yeah,
I mean, like I can,
and talk about sex and want sex too much and.
but they won't say that's why it's called hot girl summer. That's why they doing all that. That's how we objectifying. We just seeing what we see and like
Well,
doing
today's
what we doing.
community, people are talking about, women, being, more open in conversations, saying they think about, sex just as much as men think about sex,
They
and
do.
they think about cheating. They're openly saying it now. Everybody, it was elusive back in the day, like women don't cheat, yada yada yada. But, you
No,
know,
women don't cheat on the dude that they like. They cheat. There's a lot of dudes that so the
what you
dudes as
mean?
a whole, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, there's probably a certain amount of dudes. I'd say probably 30% of dudes that really be playing the field.
Uh huh.
Right, that's why all these girls got this stereotype of dudes. Right, most dudes don't meet that stereotype. They be like, oh, if he got dread, 6 foot, blah blah blah, then he a hoe or whatever. But no, that's what girls like. That's the most attractive dude. So only 13% of the population is 6 foot. Right,
13%. God damn, it seemed like you done addressed this subject matter before.
bro, I really be like, I really be like, cause numbers my thing, right?
13%. Okay,
But
I'm intrigued. Go
I
ahead.
think about like 13% like a man are like over 6 foot. It's not a lot. Then you gotta think about attractive and all this other little stuff that girls like. So like, what I'm trying to say is basically like girls cheat on the dudes that really don't do it for them, which is a majority of dudes because I think
But that ain't that why most people cheat?
well, men or women.
I mean, if
Men,
you say if
men,
they're not doing it for you, you know what I'm saying? You
no,
said
no,
you said
men,
the female will cheat on the dude if the dude's not doing it for
Hey,
her.
I got a wild, well, not a wild opinion, but like this is a men really men don't cheat. Men and women cheat different.
Facts.
You know
Okay.
what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's a given.
Men cheat because they just want to fuck for a night or whatever, right? It's a nut, right?
Right.
Women cheat because they're missing that emotional attachment or missing some type of attachment from that said dude, right? Because there's no really girl that say like, oh, I cheated on my boyfriend 3, 4 times and I still love him. No, you don't. You're missing something else from
I can dig it. I
like
respect that
he
comment.
probably he probably got something that I don't know. He probably got some money or something that you coming back to, and you realize that he the only one that's gonna take care of you, but he really missing like the looks or whatever that maybe right compared to dudes that just cheat. Oh, okay, cool. Like I just was horny.
Need a hot pocket.
Yeah. Like so it's a different type of sexual attraction that girls and dudes got.
I respect that. I agree. I agree with that to a point. Um, yeah, that still goes with the logical versus the emotional frame of mind. A lot of dude trying to get his nut off the
The emotional. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But that's just how it be. You know, that's why, you know, you gotta try to appease your woman in all different types of ways. You just can't do
Facts.
one thing. Some people just be like, oh, I got money. She don't like me. Well, I just go to the gym. She like me, or I'm smart, or whatever it may be.
Right.
You know, you gotta make sure you have all aspects of life. So that's what I be trying to do. I be trying to make sure I got everything right. My money on point.
Mm-hmm.
My body on point. My
Okay.
financial, you know, understanding of money on point. You know, education wise. You know, always
Okay.
trying to get a new skill, right? Because
Damn right.
yeah, because some people just go to school also just just to go to school. You know, I work with people that graduated college 2 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We working the same retail job, making $12 an hour, $13 an hour.
Not making it work for him.
I'm like, bro, like, what you doing? You got a whole four, college degree. You know,
But
like,
it'd be hard out here sometimes, man, depending on the task in hand. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, yeah, I feel it, but like, I feel like also you could use your investment to something. If you're gonna get a 4 year, if you're gonna spend some money to go get a education, you should go get a skill, right? And the skill could be computer science,
But
IT.
some people get degrees, and sometimes they don't end up getting a job in that field when they actually dedicated and tried to get a job in that field. They just don't end up getting a job, so they end up taking a retail or some shit that's shake, and that supplements. And sometimes they give up the fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I feel like now, like, bro, there's a lot of jobs that's open.
But like senior levels,
Senior levels. Oh, you
yeah,
talking about like
like mid senior level. Now that shit is popping right now. You know what I mean? I get the emails and look through some occasionally, but that entry level, man, they raping people, bro. That entry level, man, they still try to hit you with the 18, 20, $22. Like it's cool. It depends on if you single or not, but that ain't the world. Everybody fucking, everybody catching shit and having babies somewhere on the in between.
but
You know what I
18,
mean?
22 is actually pretty decent. If you make it 18, 22, you doing better. Most
Right,
people
but
making
but
like 12, 15.
but if you got a but if you got a
$15,000.
family, but if you supporting the family, that shit ain't finna jump.
Yeah, but
Like I
that's
said, it's good for a single. Like I said, single man, single woman. No commitments and things of that nature. Like
right.
that's definitely, it's
Decent.
definitely, yeah, it's definitely decent.
I'm trying to get that
Yeah,
20 right now. I'm trying to
exactly.
apply for it
Like
right
you
now.
make 40,000 a year. Like exactly.
That's right now. Yeah, but I understand like for a family, you need like just support
Yeah.
as a man, you need at least 65.
Right.
At least 60. You need to at least be making
That's
$5,000.
the comment. Yeah, I was watching the joint. He was like,
Yeah.
man, you need to at least to halfway even try to breathe in this joint.
Yeah, that's barely like that's like okay, you can pay your mortgage, car note, and your girl got to pay.
So what do you so speaking of that, what do you think in your ideal situation, since we talking about relationships and shit and being on point? How do you see your future old lady playing a role in your life? Is your ideal future old lady, is she working too? Is she stay at home? Is she like what
My future girlfriend.
you'll lock it down, your underboss,
I
your queen,
mean,
in your ideal world. When I get to this level, have this is how it's gonna go down.
so what's crazy? Like, I was watching this podcast last year, and like he was like, if you really don't know what like you shouldn't be dating if you really don't know what you want in a girl, right? So he
Right.
said, write what you like in a girl, right? So I was writing. So I'm like feminine. I want somebody like that's supportive,
Uh huh.
that's loyalty and commitment
Uh huh.
and communication, blah blah.
Uh
Right?
huh.
Business minded, I need too, because I'm more on the like financial side. So I know in my future personally, like I'm gonna be doing something great. Like I already know, like I got a lot of different avenues I'm going into, right?
Right.
I know a lot of people that rap, so I'm not trying to be a rapper. I'm trying to be a record label owner. I'm trying to,
Gotcha.
because I know a lot of good people. So why not try to build them together
I got you.
and make a lot of money,
Absolutely.
right? So I'm trying to get that straight. I'm just trying to, do it in school too,
Mhm.
full time. Working full time too. So just
Yeah.
a lot of stuff,
You young.
right? Just trying to, I know that I'm gonna do something great. So, personally, I know in my woman, I want somebody that's gonna help me, be like an assistant or whatever. Help me give like advice, maybe schedule this, blah blah. Just be my anchor in whatever I'm doing.
Okay.
So that's what
I mean,
I plan on looking for.
so you say as your assistant, like.
Like that's the like a superhero, right? The superhero. he the mastermind or whatever, but he always got his assistants like right there helping him, and
Right.
but of course we have a more intimate relationship, blah blah. But I'm just talking about like she gonna make
I
sure
was just,
working the business
yeah,
with me,
yeah, people gonna be watching this now.
Yeah, man, people, hey, nah, people be like, oh, like no, I'm saying like no, I want her to help me. Like I want like us to help each other also too.
Okay.
So,
Okay, they were getting people back.
on
Man.
a business standpoint and also in the household, like the household, of course, take care of the house.
Okay.
She ain't gonna have to do everything. Of course, there's, I feel like everybody got their roles to play.
Right.
She might be cooking and cleaning, but you outside doing the, yard,
Okay.
gutters.
Okay.
You might be.
Damn gutters, man. I had to get somebody to do the gutters, man.
Like, if I'm making them,
That's high. It's a high fall,
I'm
man.
doing something great, so I'm gonna just pay somebody. But still, I'm gonna make sure the outside work is
Man,
done.
why don't you pay? You might as well if you pay and get your services done, man. Why don't you pay to get her? Why don't you pay somebody to cook, man? Somebody clean, so she ain't gotta work so hard, man.
If we got like if we balling, but I still wanted to know how to make decent, like, cause there's like I don't want her not to make nothing. Like, of course, like it might just be me and her for the couple years.
Y'all be staring at each other and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
I know, but of course,
you got some oodles and noodles over this.
She don't know what to cook.
Babe, remember that time you made oodles and noodles, babe?
One test I do for every man, especially young men that got their own apartment. One little date move that you want to do or add into your, rotation to see that she can cook. Do a cooking night. Some wine, alcohol if you can drink.
Okay, young boy.
Cook up something. Just
That's how you prepping proposition, man.
That's a little advice. That's a little.
Y'all heard Youngie Gate. He dropped a little jewel. Now he said, if you trying to find out if a breezy goddamn can whip, you know what I mean?
Hey, see, look, because you can actually see if she can cook, see what she doing. Personally to me.
You see what like you could check her too, because you could say that, but then she might hit you like, could you bring some, you know what I'm saying, or I guess it could go both ways. She could either call you, gonna see if she gonna call you first and ask you to pick up something and stall out, or you gonna call him like, man, you need me to bring anything and shit.
No.
So it's like, how you handle that? Cause she sizing you up. Oh shit. Okay. Oh, macking.
Everything gonna be a little, bro. One thing about
okay. Gang. God damn, boy.
Everything on me.
Okay.
Look, cause how I feel like if I want to be the man of the relationship, if I'm gonna call myself the king of the empire, blah blah blah. It's all gonna be on me. I pay. You gonna come to me, right? Or I come get you, or however it's gonna happen, right? Bang. Whatever we gonna cook, I'm gonna have it at the crib already. So you just gotta bring yourself.
Oh, okay. So sound a little controlling, or is that dominant, or is that so you could say, you could look at that in two different ways. Control.
No.
You can get Joe Jackson, or you can get Ike Turner at the same time. He can handle business, but he can smack a bitch. You will be my assistant, bitch, and you will cook as I see fit.
Nah.
Now, what about them oodles and noodles?
I mean, I can cook too. I definitely, especially like working out, doing all that. I definitely learned how to cook. A cook night is not just for her to cook, but you to go up there with her.
Okay. I mean, you gotta help her, because
the music turned on.
You want her to be your assistant, but you better help her do something.
Right.
It's not gonna go down too well. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
You sitting on the couch, just sitting up there watching TV, be like, cook, no, nah.
Right.
Nah,
okay.
You up there, you entertaining, talking, get the music, the speakers.
Setting the mood.
You setting the mood. It's a date night.
Oh.
So y'all both cooking.
Okay.
You just seeing you're just seeing in person to see what she can do. Right. You're not like supervising her. You're like
You're observing her.
No, well, like y'all co-working together.
Okay.
It's like a partnership.
Okay.
Right? But you're just seeing if she can, if she can cook, or at least know what she, some type, like she don't got to be, know how to.
So say like
scratch or anything.
For a date night, you can have like you start the basics. This is how you know what I mean. I'm gonna educate you. You know what I'm saying. You do the same situation, but you start out in your first situation, but like shit, let's just do breakfast for dinner. That's simple.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's super
you
simple.
see if she know how to whip some scrambled eggs, some simple shit. So can she burn bacon?
Right.
I'm like,
You ain't gotta make no lasagna and
Right.
but you just gotta do like breakfast.
Yeah,
All
when a
right,
nigga
cool.
get up in the morning, yeah.
She like,
I grab some Wendy's on the way home, bitch, but when I wake up, could a nigga get some pancakes?
Yeah. She know how to put the bread in the toaster. She know how to scramble some eggs,
Hey.
bacon, sizzle.
Yeah, I mean.
Just the basics.
Yeah.
I can do that. Cooking that kind of breakfast should be a 5.
You gotta do it on your first night now. Your first dinner day is breakfast for dinner.
I worked at Waffle House. Cooking that breakfast meal, eggs, scrambled eggs. No,
see what I'm saying?
Bacon and toast and a little waffle, 3 minutes, bro. 5 minutes.
Facts.
You get your food out.
Facts.
I worked there, bro. 5 minutes for all-star meal, hash browns and everything.
That all-star meal go hard, man.
Yeah, I'm talking about, bro. I was a way eater, so I waited there for like a year and a half. Man, we get food out like that, man.
Man, don't do that, man. It's gonna be too much pressure. It's gonna fall. It's gonna fall back on you because you gonna overpress it with your cooking and shit.
No, I don't. Then, I was a server.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was a server. Yeah, I was getting tips.
Oh, see, you being slick. Oh no, bitch. I wasn't saying I was cooking.
Oh, I was.
I said I would crack the eggs for you.
I cook my own meals.
This nigga cold. This nigga cold.
I tried to, but like I like the server money, bro. Like, cause getting paid in tips, right? Cause I'm in high school, so I started working like junior year. So I'm getting tips, bro. So and I'm living in it's like Fredericksburg area, kind of, right?
Yeah.
So you got the kind of like the DEC people coming from work,
Mm-hmm.
They got a little bit of bread and they huck it. So I'm working from 2 to 9, right? And this is in like April, so going to the summer, I'm running stuff, bro. Like every week I'm come home like 600-700.
Oh yeah.
In cash, bro. In cash.
Damn right.
In cash, bro. So.
Damn right.
So I was feeling good. Like I felt like I was one of the hustlers at school. I ain't never need to sell.
I'm out, yo. Where you going to work, B? Like work?
My mother had cash too, so it, bro. When I
stunting on him.
Stunned. Bro, my stepdad talked to me like junior year. He like, why you buying all these shoes? Cause I'm on GOAT. Bro, I'm buying all these shoes, bro. Like all the shoes that that I wanted. That like
he's out there tricking. This nigga done turned to tricking.
Man, I bought, bro. They were like 4 or 5 pairs of shoes, like $200 each. Every week coming through the door, like, bro, order, bro. Like
going crazy.
Yeah, I still got them to today, so it was a good investment. I still wear all of them. Every single. Like,
oh yeah, I guess with the way the shoe game is now, I was like, "What you mean?" I was like, "Oh yeah."
Bro, 11s, 10s, 9s, 7s, 1s, all that, And for me, I don't wear all of them, because they're all good shoes. So my constant shoes, like either some Crocs, some Forces. I buy Forces a lot, I got Forces once a year, right?
So do they hold value when you try to sell them?
I don't sell my shoes, I guess they do. I can sell them for a lot. I don't sell my shoes because I bought them for a reason.
He be down on his luck. I know goddamn eBay.
I
know some motherfucker Jordan 8, 9, 6.5s and 3.2s be on.
I could sell my shoes. I really could. I probably sell one pair of shoes. Probably sell homie just because I didn't want them. But like, I ain't never. I'm not planning on selling my shoes just because I like them. I wear them when I go out. Like those are my go out shoes. Yeah. And then I have a constant rotation of shoes. I got some work shoes, some busted Jordans, some Forces. That I wear out. They're always all white. Yeah. Because those are my only shoes I bought out all year. And then some Crocs. Then
you can wear it with everything, man.
Yeah. I might rotate the other little shoes in here and there, but I mainly.
Man, shout out to Gilly. Kid Gilly said niggas don't wear Crocs, man. I wear Crocs, man. I tried, man. I'm flat foot, man. That shit done fucked up my shit. They're good to slip on, man. They're light, you know what I'm saying?
Crocs, moccasins too,
Or the Wally Mocks.
I bought mine at Target.
Oh yeah.
Yesterday.
You must got arches. I don't got no arches. I'm flat foot.
But these are the ones with the little fur. Like they all got fur, but I would just happen to be there.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely, bro. Like.
Yeah.
Crocs is definitely the best. And they got a whole bunch of colors too.
Yeah, I fuck with the Crocs. Them people was getting Crocs. Man, you heard about the joint at Walmart in Chesapeake, man.
Crazy.
The lady, man, she broke down. Cause she said, dude said, did you call your son? She's like, nah, my phone's still up in there, man. She said, I walked back in the break room. Dude said he just walked out the break room, dude. He passed the dude and he went up in that joint and got busy. You know what I'm
For
saying?
real. So what's crazy? I was like, dang, like that's what like one thing that was crazy about the world, bro. Was like a lot of mass shootings, a lot. I can kind of see why people want to stop guns from being in people's hands, but at the same time, it's never gonna stop. I know people that I know people right now that's not supposed to have no type of guns, no type of access to guns, but they can get gun right now any type of second. So it really don't
Facts.
matter, who you stopping.
But it's not. It's not. I like my colleague I posted earlier. He said it's not about taking away the guns' rights. He said something about it. Said it's about taking the money out the politicians' pockets, this, that, and the third. And I was like, you do that. I said it don't matter. I said they're gonna be private police and militia startup. There's gonna be groups of people, companies that's more than what's already out there, and people are gonna pay them to be private police, and they're gonna have their own kind of code and laws and within their own little agencies and shit. And it's gonna be a fucking shit show. You know what I mean?
You don't
So
want no type of wild west.
right, you
You
don't
already
want
got
people patrolling your neighborhoods on some, real neighborhood watch type shit.
turn man.
But I think in my strong opinion, that's really the balance that people are gonna see. If say they did decide to make everyone turn all their weapons in and did this mandatory whole sweep for a whole year, gathering all the excess guns, and saying that they were the United States government,
I'm not gonna take
and and,
nobody
and,
gun.
and then say these private police and militias, there's no more organized police department. These are private agencies now that you could pay. Each neighborhood will pay.
I'm telling you right now, America ain't taking away nobody guns because first of all, them white people, right? Them white country folks that y'all think that be racist and shit, right? They stormed the White House for goddamn man. Look, you ain't about to take no guns from no white folks. That's country as hell. Like they will kill y'all.
I,
White,
I
black,
don't.
they
They'll.
man, they not going.
All I know
They'll
is
be the hardest people to fight off if they really try to take it.
um I learned a lot. Just observing the world, man.
Mm-hmm.
And this economy, this crypto shit, this are you even in the cryptocurrency,
Yeah,
man?
I'm in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and they are going down. But people think,
You heard about the Chase Bank joint? They just got a trademark to some crypto.
I heard, yeah, like there's a lot of other little crypto. What, like, so they into the
Like
crypto coin, or
they about to come in the game. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the crypto market is super cheap right now. It's definitely a time to buy. Especially at any, right now I put $100 a month on my crypto account,
Okay.
buy Bitcoin and Ethereum, even if it's going down.
Just to have something in there for play.
It's
That's
going
why I
it
said you need that shit. Just
long term is going to long term. I'm talking about 5, 10, 15 years. You just need to have some build up because it's how I see it is it's a faster return on investment long term wise than the Roth IRA.
okay.
Even though you should invest in that too, you should definitely put some money into that because that's guaranteed.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you should have it in some type of stocks. If you're buying NFTs, if you're buying index funds and stuff, you should still put X amount of dollars into a long
Right.
term investment fund. Just because how I live is like I live like I got 10 days left, and then I live like I got 10 years left.
Okay.
Like you don't know if you can save all the money up in the world, but you can die tomorrow, and then you ain't got nothing to show for. Well, not show for, but like you didn't really live like your life was saving.
That's
Right?
that's
Yeah.
understandable.
Or
I think it's good to have some of that as well because, like, say uh, I'm 42, but say in the next 10, 20 years or some shit, right before I pass or getting ready to pass, depending on how my average lifespan lives out, um, that crypto will have some kind of prominence,
yeah,
as a major currency in the world. So it's better to have something and not be asked out, to have some kind of currency to exchange at some kind of point if cash ends up being a non-valuable system.
yeah, like basically like yeah, Bitcoin like how I see it, or not even Bitcoin, but any cryptocurrency, really, is determined by the market, like the value of it. So how the government, the dollar is backed by gold. Well,
Correct.
no. Oops, it's not backed by gold. It was backed by gold, but now we don't have enough gold. It's backed by oil,
Mm.
right? You know, So the current like the dollar, is going down, the euro going down, and all that. So it's just based on it's based not on us. It's based on the government, the economy, all that. With Bitcoin and virtual coins, it's all based on us. So it's how we see how that currency is valued. And everything's valued behind a resource. So in our
A
resources, how much?
commodity.
Yeah, a commodity, right? So natural resources are always going to be the main value: oil,
Right.
wood, you know, um, water, food, food, like just the natural stuff that we need to survive, right?
Facts.
But also we gonna have we need some type of monetary value, you know, and countries has always controlled the currency, right?
Facts.
So I think with cryptocurrency, it's another way to have your own currency as a people. I'm talking about the world,
Mm-hmm.
right? Have their own currency and trade it between each other. Because if we trade it between each other, then the government's out because we have our own
Mm-hmm.
currency, right?
Facts.
But natural resources is still going to be a big part of the currency. So that's why the dollar is backed by it's strong, right?
Right.
The dollar's accepted everywhere. The euro too, that's backed by, I don't know what that's backed by, but still, you know,
Facts.
it's backed by natural resources that countries have.
Um. Yeah, kids these days they still not teaching taxes in school and stuff like that, man. So it's our job on a daily basis to get out there and relay this information. I'm definitely glad that you're in tune um, um, to this level of the game of economics and politics and finances. It's imperative that our people know financial literacy. That I think that's the new biggest wave for our community is financial literacy in all shapes, forms, and fashions. Um, that's getting screamed out from the mountaintops over and over again. And as I learned about credit, I educated my family, immediate family, and they were able to benefit tremendously from that information. Um, going through that situation, inspired this situation where we're sitting at right now. After learning and being educated, self-educated. Actually, I self-educated myself off of the podcast. It was a Him 500. A couple of guys on 85 South. Ti's expeditiously. They were talking about some game on there, and I started hearing certain things within these few weeks and few days repetitively. So I started writing it down and researching it and took it to my cousins, and they was like, it sound good. And like I was preaching, so they was hyped. They was like, damn, well, how you going? Like, shit, I guess I'll try. And, I did some things with a secure credit card and started that way and most of that up off of nothing. You know what I mean?
What bank did you go to?
Navy Federal.
Federal.
Yeah.
I've been trying to tell people right now.
Yeah.
Bank, bro.
Yeah. I did a secure joint, worked that joint for 6 months. They released my
All the way
bread
up.
back to me. Yeah.
All the way
And then
up.
I got me. Yeah, they took me through the stages and tiers of the game. And definitely appreciate it. Like and my people who have seen that process work now, they've gone beyond and surpassed me at certain rates. Some of them right now,
Hey,
got some big boy plastic now, and I'm like, oh, okay.
hey, nah, like I started getting the credit heavy. I use credit for everything. I forgot who it was, but just a dude that's doing the speech.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he never used a debit card, right? He always uses credit card because it's never secure. So let's say
Yeah.
you try
And it's
to
their money.
yeah, it's their money, so they gonna work 10 times harder to get their bread back.
Absolutely.
So why would you use your money when you can get cash back?
Rewards.
With rewards points, all this. 1%, 2%. That's not a lot, but you about to spend the bread anyway.
Anyway, yeah.
Some people, they hate that. Oh well, if I get this money, I ain't gonna pay it off. All right, cool, but first of all, you need to pay it off, and then, but you can still do bankruptcies and all that other stuff. Not for no light stuff.
Facts. I mean, you gotta really rack it up, make it count. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's always ways to get it off your record, pay it off, or not pay it all off, but still get off your. There's always ways. But I think everybody, especially young, should utilize credit. Be taught about credit. For me in 2020.
Yeah.
When COVID was going on, that's when I started doing a whole bunch of financial stuff. I was investing, I started Forex for a little bit. You know, Forex, bad and good, taught me a lot of stuff.
Okay.
But also teaching me that you can't rely on an employer to get you money. Of course, they're a good way,
Right.
right? But you also need to learn a skill too, just so you can also know how to make your own money. So a skill can be anything, computer science, trading. You can be
Yeah.
good at gaming. As long as you know how to monetize it and as long as you know how to get money from it, that's the skill.
That's the essence of life.
Even if it's $500 a month, $1,000 a month, even two thousand
Yeah.
dollars a month, as that's a side hobby compared, and you get a job, now you straight. Have
Absolutely.
X amount of dollars, and then if you know how to upscale that, then that's another other way. But
Talking that talk right now,
that's a lot
upscale.
of
All right.
that's a lot of information.
Oh no, no,
But
it was pertinent and it's
yeah,
on time. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
But credit's a good. You need credit for everything. Your job, looking at it, houses, that new car that you driving. I was able to buy a new car this year. Because I was working on my credit so much. And God, thank God my mom and stuff too. She
Yeah.
worked on her credit ahead it too, so she was able to help me
Yeah.
also. But being able to get a brand new car, and I even pay, like not making no down payment.
Feel good, no?
Right there, I got the check from Navy Federal too.
Yes, sir.
Navy Federal got the lowest rate.
And they don't play.
Navy Federal, look, any bank that people get, Navy Federal one of the best banks, like or any credit union, but Navy Federal top tier.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like as long as you live somewhere around like an army base, military base, you should be good. But
Man.
But yeah, they best bank. So I went to them, got the check, got the card the same day. Went all the way from Stafford, from Virginia Beach.
Oh yeah.
That's 3.5 hour trip
Yeah.
there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But I got it though.
Yeah.
I made sure. He said we close at 7. It's like 2:30.
Nigga, hauled ass down that bit.
And it's traffic. I'm in
Yeah.
every major city, so Stafford, Fredericksburg got their own traffic coming down.
Yeah, Fredericksburg suck, man.
Right, and then you got the Richmond traffic, and then you got the Virginia Beach. Man, let me tell you, but I don't know who works, Nova traffic or Virginia Beach, because like that bridge right there is a chokehold, bro. I would hate.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna say that. But I would hate.
Nah, don't. Yeah, don't. Yeah, I got you. Yeah,
Yeah.
nah.
I would hate to.
Nah.
I
No, we don't. Moving on.
would hate to cross that bridge. Just know like y'all traffic is crazy. But yeah, but I flew down there and got it. So, but credit is very important. Credit can save you a lot of money, a lot of cash. I was telling my partner a couple months ago. I'd rather have $10,000 in cash and get credit than $1 million in cash and no credit.
Yeah, facts.
You can save a lot more money. You can allocate a lot more money elsewhere. You can use other people's money while using your money.
Yes, sir.
So it's like somebody fronting you something, and you can make a flip on it.
Yeah, yeah. And my cousin, yeah, he did some very strategic and clever moves. Upgraded his card and gave him like a 1% or some introductory jump for 30 days or something. So he absorbing his other situation with that situation. Yeah.
Hey, so however you do it, but credit is very important. You need credit. You need
Yeah.
That's very important, especially in the time period that we in. Cash is not king. A lot of people got that mindset where they can flex $5,000-$6,000 in cash or whatever.
Right.
But what's your credit score look like? Because you cannot buy nothing without cash. If you go to a car dealership right now with $20,000 in cash, and they don't know where that came from, right? They're not gonna accept that. Now maybe you pay some pace. We ain't gonna talk about no legal stuff, but you can't even do that because they gonna catch you right on the spot.
Right.
So cash is not. Now if you got credit with no job, if your credit good,
You can survive.
But you don't get that car, you don't get it at that house, especially you say no down payment. With excellent credit, man, I'd rather have the best credit than $1 million. Right? I can walk in any car dealership, any house,
Yeah.
anything. I can ask for bank for bank loans, business loans, so business, bro. You got X amount of months to pay it back.
Yeah.
So if you know what you're doing with that money, you can really do the other things.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Man, I appreciate you, man. Goddamn, chopping it up, man. Definitely, enlighten us with some information, new perspectives, man, on the game. How you put your pimping down. You know what I'm saying? You hit them hard with the old breakfast trick at the crib. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the razzle dazzle. You definitely want somebody on your level. You know what I mean? You seem like you sharp, definitely on the financials, man. I know the stock you cut from, man, the cloth you cut from. So, yeah, you definitely on point, which is always a privilege to see it, man. As a young black man,
Mm-hmm.
um, you definitely headed in the right direction, man. I'm proud of where you come and where you're going, man. And I look excited. I'm excited to talk to you again soon, nephew.
Nah, for real. And I appreciate you
Yes,
being,
sir.
being on the platform, man.
Always.
Appreciate you having me over.
Always, yeah. I definitely love to have you again, man. I definitely like your vibe. I like your information, articulation, man. You really drive some points home and keep us on focus.